So here they are in the Garden of Eden. Right now, we have, let's see, Tulgar is hiding up here. And Cyber Monkey, 10 months resubscribing. Give that man some love. 10-month hype.
Hoot, hoot, hoot.
10 months.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, dude. Pacha. There you go. Awesome sauce. Rollies and... Oh, what happened there? I know I can't cheer on my own channel. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Okay. Apparently I'm not allowed to cheer on this channel, so I hope all of you fail miserably, because I can't I'm not allowed to be positive for you guys. It says so. It's a Twitch rule, what can I do? But yes, so Tulgar, you haven't moved. Were you actually going to sleep in that corner on that pile of logs, or was you going to take up a more comfortable place in the house?
Well, I think we established, like, right when the stream ended that there actually are windows in this place.
Yeah, there are some windows. And
I think I would instead spend that time boarding up the windows with wood from chairs, breaking the chairs apart, probably.
Okay. So you want to board up all of the windows instead of sleeping?
So they can't just leave through the windows, yes.
Alrighty. Okay, that'll work. You want to give me a very brief description on how you want to actually, like, take all the... I mean, you've got that massive long table here as well, so that wouldn't be too hard to
Okay. Well, we want to use
apart.
the table, I think, for Emlyn to hide behind, right?
Okay.
I think
So,
so just
Emlyn
the
did say,
chairs. Yeah, I'll use my axe and just destroy them, and then...
Okay. And what do you want to do to secure them over the windows?
Let's see. Hey, Lilith, you got nails? Let's see, we would need some metal. What do we got here? Metal to hammer them in. Where's their metal in here? The pleasure room. Oh, it's funny.
Yeah, there's not a lot of nails in here, to be honest. Doesn't mean it can't be done. You might just have to improvise just a little.
Yeah. Could I... Let me zoom in here. Like, right here, those little... Can I, like, take the shackles off and cut them up with my axe? Is that possible?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, it'll take you a little while,
drive
but...
them into the wood?
Yeah. I mean, if with your axe, basically, they're fairly large circular loops. If you cut them in half, and basically, it's kind of like a horseshoe nail. You could slam those in there like a mofo. Rubahara, thank you, 19 months resubs.
Ruby, wow.
You guys better make Macaulay Culkin proud. That's his message.
Yeah.
Give Ruby some love there. Yeah, this is definitely the Home Alone episode, as they're trying to Home Alone-ify the house. All right.
So, we can rest for 6 hours and do light work for 2, right? Or 8 hours? Yeah, 6.
Basically, yeah. Which is probably just as well, because the odds of anyone getting any sleep with Tulgar banging the crap out of nails into wooden boards over all the windows around the house is probably going to cause you a little bit of an issue. At least to start with. Alphonse Paragus and Yu Kimura, thank you for those follows. But, you know, he can get that done before you sleep. So, you know, either that or you need to just square yourselves away in one corner of the house.
I can't see anything on Roll20 right now.
No.
Really?
You gotta refresh. It happened to me. It got like weird.
Yeah, like I can only see parts of the mansion. It's weird.
Yeah, refresh.
Yeah.
Refresh.
Before
Roll20.
we started, my screen went black and I had to refresh.
Yeah, same.
Yep. It probably had a hiccup at some point between when you started and now.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Then I'll retreat back to my corner and try to take a nap in the chair. I'll try to not step over all the round things we put down there. For them to
you're
on
also
top of.
rendering fat, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, rendering the deer fat in the pot.
Yes.
Yes.
So, alrighty. Okay. And we have a donation already this evening. So,
nice.
Paladin's
Nice.
Palace, we will thank you properly here in
Thank you, Paladin.
just a moment. Alrighty. So, Paladin's Palace, we will thank you properly here in just a moment. Paladin's Palace, we will thank you properly here in just a moment. Alrighty. Okay. And we have a donation already this evening. So, Paladin's Palace, we will thank you properly here in just a moment. Alrighty. I just noticed I don't see the monkey. You know what that means? He's not... let's see. There. I haven't fired the donation alert thing up properly. Let me do that. The alert went off, but the tracker didn't. I just want to put the tracker on. Alright. Seeing as I'm doing that, we may as well go ahead and read the kind donation anyway. Let's have a look here. Alrighty. Well, he didn't leave a message. He just gave us a kind donation, so thank you for the donation.
Thank you so much.
Even though you didn't leave a message,
Appreciate
we
it.
very much appreciate it anyway, and
Very
there
cool.
you go. It's up and running, so you're set, my friend. Appreciate it, bud. Okay, so yeah, you're rendering fat and nailing pieces of chair over windows. Okay, by the time you're done, we're going to say that all of the windows are pretty much at least partially secured. If you're not going to bust up the table or beds and stuff, you probably don't have enough wood to literally like board over every window, but you do at least have enough wood to secure some wood across them, making it at least problematic for someone to come through the window. If not, maybe not impossible, but problematic to say the least.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody else is resting. So, because I think it's going to be highly fun for you guys to have at least a fighting chance,
Jeez.
they don't show up within 8 hours, so you can have your long rest.
Whew.
Yay!
By all means. Originally, before all of this came about, I was actually going to roll a d12 to see how many hours. I've decided, no, we'll give you the 8 hours. We want to make
Gore,
sure
what
that
a
you at
kind
least
soul.
have, you know.
Oh, that means
makes
they're
me-
really hard.
When the bounty
Oh,
hunters
God.
butcher all of you, I don't want there to be any excuses like, well, you know, I just didn't have my spells, I wasn't
Where
prepared.
is our?
So.
We had a horse. We had a horse, right? Or...
You left
We
your
had a
horse
couple
and
horses.
cart.
Yeah.
You had a horse and cart that you left kind of outside the grounds under a small crop of
Okay,
trees
okay.
near the edge of the woods.
We should like lead it far away, like where the hole is, and then like far away, so whenever we're running that way, we can catch up with the
I
horse.
wondered if anybody would think about
Yes.
that.
Are we awake yet? Don't you?
Very, very. I'm glad you thought about that, Jane, because that could have been a serious thorn in your side with your plan. Okay, so you want to go get the
Yeah.
horse and lead it in which direction from the mansion? Now, bearing in mind, Corthan is directly to your west. To the northeast of you is a small wooded area, and you know the bounty hunters are going to be coming from the southeast.
Okay.
Doesn't mean they'll come into the house from the southeast, but they've got to come from the southeast at least.
Okay. Can we see the outside of the
Sure.
garden? Hi.
Yeah, let's go to the outside. All right. Okay.
Okay, so our hole is like
Your
right-
horse and cart is basically, you left it kind of here. Now your hole in the wall would be here, yes. Of course,
Is that
remember
fence
that this
short
is,
to jump?
oh hell no, especially not with a cart.
Okay.
You guys could leap over it, but that horse and cart would have a problem getting over it for sure.
Do we want to make another hole in the fence and cover that with a barrel too?
We're all sleeping, right?
Yeah, everyone else is asleep, Tolgar. Unless you want to go
it's
and wake
just
them
me,
up.
okay.
Unless you want to go and wake them all up and ask them.
I'll probably go out.
Luke has
if I'm
ideas,
just-
but you can't say anything yet. So.
Well, Tolgar's
go
not
out.
actually sleeping. So,
I know.
Well,
Okay,
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna-
wait till they wake up. Then I'm gonna go to sleep myself until they wake up.
okay. All right.
And
So
then
when you
clean up
wake,
then.
apparently you dreamed in the night. He woke up going, oh no. Horse and cart, hose and fences. Huh? What? Okay. Yep. So everyone's awake. You've had your 8 hours rest, so everybody is fully replenished on their spells. Anybody who was anybody down hit points?
I was, but now I'm not.
Okay.
We're all.
Same, I was down 3, but
Ah,
my
yeah,
crotchal area got cured from the burning soup.
The burning soup. Hey, you did that yourself.
Blue
I
balls.
totally did.
Okay. So
Lilith
yeah.
is going to cover the goblin that's in the dungeon.
You want to cover him over with like a blanket or one of the animal skins from your
Yes, because she's not touching.
animal
He's
print room?
gross.
Okay.
Okay, quick question. Those other 2 black rooms, did we already explore them?
I don't know.
There was
Hey.
one in particular I know you didn't, because Liv would probably not like that one room.
Let's have
Okay.
a look.
The other question is attic and basement. Do we have those?
There is not an attic or a basement. This is a large single-story establishment. I don't think there's any rooms you didn't explore, is there?
The one
this
to the
one?
farthest,
This one?
farthest right.
Okay, yeah, there's one room all the way down the end here that you haven't checked out. But obviously
And-
Lilith knows what it is. It's the animal room.
Liv might be interested.
You might not when you go in there.
Yeah.
But by all means, go check it out if you wish.
It's the
First-
furry room. Yay.
Is first things first. Okay.
Okay. I'll bring up
So-
all my ideas. After
Go
you.
for it. Oh, okay. Yes. No, actually, you can lead off with yours because
Oh, okay.
I'll
All
segue
right.
and do.
So yes, I'm gonna mention everything about the horse and possibly a hole in the fence.
Right,
That's
you're
all I'll
holding
say.
the fence.
Okay.
It depends what you're going to do with the horse and cart. I mean, you're going to put the horse and cart out away from the grounds.
Yeah. So like they don't see it. Like
Right.
She wants to obscure the horse and cart, tell us where it's going to be located, so
Well,
we can make a
here's your
quick
issue.
getaway.
The only
Okay.
place that really has anything secluded is where it is, at the edge of the woods. To put it on the other side, you're kind of back to open plains, and now it's the early hour. I mean, it's morning, so it's pretty
Okay.
light outside. So if you
Okay.
put the horse and cart in that direction, it's going to be just sitting out there in the open. So either it's going to need to be an awful long way away, or you're going to have to come up with something more ingenious to hide it.
Okay.
Or we're gonna have to make our exit over here as well to make a hole through
Right.
this. Okay. The other thing is they have horses. So what we're gonna have to do during battle sometime is have somebody sneak out and kill their horses so they can't
Yes.
chase after us.
Oh.
Or
Good idea. Yes.
I would
Emlyn?
say kill only because they could be trained.
That's a great idea. I don't like the idea of one of us splitting from the group.
Understood?
I do like the idea, though. If we can kill their modes of transportation, we slow them down.
Right.
Mhm.
That's great.
Our prime objective, though, it should be with Midgard. His object of location is by scent, and it is an object, is it not? Is that what the NPC at the tavern said that I can't remember the name of? DeWitt, was
Well,
it?
that was very. What he said was basically a very generic thing. He said, allegedly, Marcus Midgard has the ability to track his quarry somehow magically.
And I asked if we could dispel magic on ourselves and the object.
Oh no, it's you talking about down in the Thieves Guild?
Yep.
Okay.
We talked to.
Yeah,
DeWitt,
he
was it?
said that it was something that he could do innately, so casting Dispel Magic on you wouldn't work because it's on him. It's his natural ability. You'd have to
Okay.
somehow nullify his ability to do it.
And he did say it was a scent.
He said it in a very generic descriptive term.
Okay.
Not meaning it is an actual scent, but just like,
Because
he can sense his prey.
there could be many things we could do if it was a line going around, if it was a line going up, or if it was an actual smell that we could actually formulate plans around.
Right, you really don't have anything solid in
Okay.
that fact to go on. You can
All right.
assume anything, but you don't have anything solid.
All right. Sounds good. Let's see. As far as nails and boards, all we have to do is just rip this carpet up, and then we can pull up more nails and boards and cover windows and things.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. You could
What
definitely do
about carpeting a part of the floor that doesn't have a base?
Yes. I like it.
We remove the bottom. What is it? Lilith, what is under here?
that. Dirt.
Dead bodies.
Probably many dead bodies.
All the dead punters that never paid their bills. No, this place is nice. So it was built on a dirt pad and it has wooden floor, but
So there's no, like,
underneath that wooden
foundation.
floor, there's no real
Dang.
foundation. No.
Liv goes into the kitchen and before she peppered the food, so I suppose there is pepper. Is there any other
There's spices and stuff, yeah.
spices?
It was a
that
very
are spicy?
it was a very
Like,
well kitted out kitchen.
She grabs any spicy things
I'm
like
moving the
pepper,
wrong person.
cayenne, chilies, anything that she could find, and she goes to the fireplace, looks for a flue or a bellow, one of those.
Yeah, okay. That's viable.
Fills that up, full of that.
Okay,
Also,
so
she
basically you're putting
Yes.
any kind of unpleasant thing to breathe in or get in your eyes, you're going to load it into here like a...
You got it.
Gotcha, okay. Makes perfect sense.
I'm gonna see little Liv doing this. I'm gonna say, "What about the drugs?"
Did you
Are
have
there
some?
more?
What about the drugs? What a brilliant idea.
Put it in the
Turns
flue
to
with the
Lilith.
stuff, and
Yes.
maybe they breathe it in.
Amped up bounty hunters. I don't know if they're gonna OD or just get stronger. What happened to the goblin?
That's true.
Maybe we should do the drugs.
I
Maybe
don't
there's also scatter some drugs.
know. Maybe Tolgar should do the drugs because he can benefit the most.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, what it really did is it made them infinitely more clumsy, but it made them a lot more impervious to damage. It was literally like they were almost on PCP.
What if we put some drugs outside where we think the horses might snack on while they're attacking us?
You want to drug their horses?
Clumsy
I don't know if
horses.
We're not gonna know where they're gonna park their horses. Is the problem?
So everywhere.
Yes. Also, I came up with this awesome idea last night. Shroomy, my mentor, had taught me many things on how to survive and also defend Dan's garden. It was his prime thing with Liv to make sure she could defend her home. And Liv feels very sad that she wasn't able to do that the way that he had wanted. But he did teach her many survival tricks, including how to set traps. So, my newest trap is an axe trap. This is out of character Saw inspired. If there is a rod sticking out of a wall with a 2 sticks that come this way, 2 sticks that come this way, 2 stones that are from the statue that are weights, and 2 axe blades, when it's triggered, the axes will actually swoop in and cut off somebody's head or shoulders, or 2d6 of damage. We can put that at this doorway.
Okay.
All we need is some rods and rope and some statue stones and 2 axe blades.
We only have 1 axe blade.
Oh,
There's a couple
Oh,
of
wait.
goblins had axes.
Yeah, they had.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
so we have some axe blades. So if somebody wants to set that up, it'd be pretty cool. The pulling device, Tolgar can pull it when he sees them, and then the blades would just go. Psh, causing
So
2d6 of
where...
damage.
ping me on the map where you want to set this up, and then
This is
describe...
for you guys,
So you want to set it right in front of the back door.
right? But far enough away.
So
They have
explain
to
to me again
definitely
how this is
double
going to
trap.
work.
Yes. So, can I just hold up my picture?
You can try. I don't know whether we're going to be able to see it properly, though.
Okay. This is what Deistress does when she's bored. She doodles phone pictures. Yes. I don't know. Can you see that? Let me go to the thing.
The glare.
Yeah, there's some glare going on.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah,
Oh, I
we can't
don't
see it.
think like
It's just a
that.
white... all we see is white.
Oh, darn it.
Yep. Cameras don't like showing screen.
Yeah,
What?
sorry.
Wait,
Nothing.
it's still thing up. It's
Just
kind of
white.
working. Do you see it? No, you can't.
Nope.
I see some lines. That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's
Sorry.
2 blades.
Sorry, Dice.
Hey, you can see now though.
No,
2 blades.
we can't
guy
see it.
walking to door. I can see it.
You can, we can't.
I could try to redraw it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just describe it. We don't have time for that.
Okay, so it's Saw inspired. It's kind of like a up top triangle, 2 rocks that have weights, 2 rods this way with axe blades that will swoop down and decapitate.
Hi.
The mechanism is from the rod, and the swinging comes from a rope that is tied to it.
How do you gonna, so how are the rods secured? How are you doing that?
So we need a top rod. If we can... I guess we'd have to build a base for it here. Originally I was going to do this on my door, but I think you guys would have more fun with it. So above here, above this door, because this door isn't touching the ceiling, correct? There's probably some space.
Yeah, the door's about 6 foot and there's about 2 foot above it.
Okay. So we have a rod that goes there. And it goes out.
Like hammered in.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Like this. So it's pointing out. And then there's also a pin. And what it's going to do is it's going to swing and then swing in.
Okay.
Together.
All right. So, explain to where are you going to get the materials for it? What are you going to use?
Okay, so the rods we can probably find in the torture device area, or the dungeon area. Whatever Tolgar hasn't used on...
You have a metal cage, so you totally could take apart the metal cage.
Okay, metal cage it is. There's my little pointer, there.
Okay, so
So you get the rods out of there.
You can pull
And
this
then-
apart, yep.
All we need is 2 heavy stones and rope. For
Heavy
the weight.
stones you can probably get from the broken
the statue.
outside.
Yes.
And the axe blades.
You can get the axe blades from the goblins.
And we just tied those up, and then we have a line for you to hold Tolgar, so when you see
Okay.
the guys enter, you just pull it. We also need to have some sort of light source here, so you guys can see when they enter, and I need a light source as well. I'm also going to need a hole here, because my other idea, and she grabs a giant sack of flour. Is there flour? I'm sure there's flour.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that she's going to hide behind here. And she's going to have the goblins hit these guys. She's going to have a whole bunch of flour on the floor. And then she's going to do a wind spell. It's called Gust of Wind. And she's going to mix all the flour and everything else onto these guys, kind of blinding them a little bit, as well as pushing them back into this wall. And what I want to do with this wall back here...
Well, just to stop you, unless you ping and show us where you're talking about,
I know, I'm
don't
trying.
know what I don't know what wall, and you're gonna have to kind of show me.
Alright. I'm a little insane with my plans. Alright, so I'm going to hide over here.
Okay,
behind
so
this
you're
wall.
going, you're
So
down
where
this.
this couch is, I'm here. Where the
Okay.
arrow is, 5 feet. Okay.
Right, so you want to be
So-
on the couch.
Well, we're going to move the couch someplace else.
So you're gonna be behind this wall
Yes.
here.
And we're going to knock a hole in the wall so I have line of sight.
Okay.
Okay? And then there's going to be a whole bunch of powder and debris, glass, anything that is interesting we can throw on the floor. I'm going to gust of wind it this way. And I also want to mount, change cursors. Sharp and pointy things here. So when I do a gust of wind, not only are they going to kind of get blinded for a second, but they're also going to get impaled with any sharp and pointy things we put here. And gust of wind is 60 feet.
Right.
Now, I also want to put sharp and pointy things on this door if we can. So when the goblins do hit them, they get impaled on the door. My Achilles heel to this whole plan, though, is getting that door closed because Midgard could potentially stand out here. One guy can come in here, and this door will never get closed. So this will never go off, and there'd be no point to any of this room.
I wish we could be invisible. Where's Kia?
So that is my one portion of that plan. On to phase 2, this hallway. I want to put oil all over the floor except for a track that leads this way so Liv can run. Once I do that, I'm going to cast not entangled, but spike growth. Switch about here. I'll be over here. I'm going to center it here. And it's going to be before these guys have a chance to see it. So it's spike growth goes all the way up to the ceiling. And they won't be able to see it at all. It's invisible, but it does cause them a lot of damage. Now, Emlyn said something about casting darkness. So as soon as that goes off and they run into it, if he casts darkness and there's oil, and the spikes, these guys ain't going nowhere. We're going to have them prone, we're going to have them impaled, and they're not going to be able to see how to get in and out. That will leave me here, and you guys will be doing whatever you're doing in here. And I think that's
Killing.
And that's pretty much all I got right now.
Cool.
All right. Okay. So I guess start doing whatever it is you guys want to do. Who's doing what? Because I know how long the bounty hunters are going to be, and I'm going to be timing everything you do between now and then.
Okay, so we need to make some Molotovs first from that original plan.
Okay, how are you making the Molotovs?
Wine bottles and rags.
What's the fuel?
The wine, right? We can light wine.
Right?
No, you can't. Wine is 12% alcohol at best, does not burn at all.
Yeah, it's not.
All alcohol.
That's not alcoholic
All
enough.
like oil,
Okay.
alcohol, anything like that,
Damn it.
you're going to have to superheat it because the only thing that burns is the fumes from it.
Liv turns to Lilith and asks her, "Where's the top shelf stuff?"
They drank it.
You'll probably have a couple of bottles of rum or brandy. Same thing though, without any heat to it. If you put it on a flame, it's just going to go out. You're going to have to. It's not like gasoline or whatever. It doesn't have a high combustion point. You got to heat it.
How much goblin and deer rendering could we possibly get? Can we pour that in 2 bottles, or is it not going to be enough for the other plan?
There's an awful lot of deer fat. You could pour some of that into
a
bottles.
couple of the bottles? Okay. So there's that. Also, perfume is flammable, unless it's... Yeah, right? I'm sure there's perfume bottles in here somewhere.
There is, but of course it's very small bottles.
Anything that you guys want to do little things with bottles? No?
I don't know.
The traps are here to slow part of them down. That's
Okay.
what I have always thought,
Yeah.
right?
Our plan
We
is
need-
to pick them off one by one.
If we're going to pick them off one by one, we should go for the weakest. But our main objective is dispelling that...
Maybe to you, I don't want to get anywhere near Midgard personally. I want to kill his lackeys to slow his progress down.
Agreed.
I can only
Because the
dispel magic once, and if it's inherit, it's not going to do us any good.
Well, you can
Don't
make
know
a
that.
hole in the wall and dispel magic if he even walks in. But remember, we need someone to activate the goblin trap portion.
Oh
And
no,
if-
we have a better chance against
For
1 or 2 than against 5.
We're still in that 2-hour window that I can change out a spell before, right? The other idea, I haven't thought that... Well, okay, so we talked about calling lightning, and you guys said that we had to be on top of the roof.
No,
You cut a big hole
have
and
We
I
have to
can
be
look up.
outside.
Right, so if we have a ladder that comes up to here, and I go up on top of the roof, make a hole, I will be outside looking in.
right.
And from there I can call lightning, because I'm outside looking in. If we could drag
your
all
lightning's
these
going to hit the
guys...
ceiling or hit the roof if you do that.
Okay.
How about you save call lightning for when we're running outside and they might be chasing us outside?
Yeah.
Uh,
I can
you'll have
do
to-
fog, yeah.
You'll have to stop for that. I mean, which kind of sucks.
I have a fog cloud I prepared.
Okay, that could work.
Um,
But that's 2 spell casts on you. I mean, I have darkness once a day, so I could make something dark, which will slow them down possibly. But I was planning to use it over here for after you do the goblin trap, so they, maybe then you open a door or 2 so they, in the darkness, run into the door that's open. Just to delay them.
right. Okay. I was going to combine your darkness with the other thing so they couldn't see their way out.
Well, we could
But
do-
you know what?
Tell me where to cast darkness, I'll happily cast it
You're
there.
probably right. It's probably better. So oil makes them prone if they slip on it, fall on spikes. They won't see the spikes because they're invisible to them if they don't see the spell being cast, correct?
Well, I don't know how to make any of these traps you speak of, so...
Okay. That's a spell thing. But yes.
It's a spell thing. Got it.
Tolgar scratches his head and says, "So what about the horses?"
Okay. So the horses, I have no idea what to do with. We're gonna have to try to figure out a way that we're gonna be able to run this way.
Well, it is
We
where
can make
where
another hole for 2 escapes, just in case we get.
Yes.
Right, you've made one hole here.
Yes. We can make another one here-ish.
Yeah, you put one hole in the wall there.
Right.
that
So
sounds yeah.
put another hole in over there, or in here.
Let's do it. Let's do it in here so we can,
Okay.
Make sure
Good
you move
idea.
some barrels around there. Liv's gonna grab that flour and stuff.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna pick up my axe and start making a hole in that wall. Then
Okay, so Tolgar, you begin to do that.
I
All right.
begin to do that.
Liv's
Okay.
gonna start to grab glass and flour and throw it all over the floor, over in this room.
Okay, so you put glass and flour where?
Let me draw a line. Okay. So I'm gonna move the furniture.
You mean all the? Okay, right. Yep.
I move that over here,
Okay, move that all out the way.
and then put the glass and the flour all over here. Oops, I drew a line.
That's okay. All right, so basically from where the line starts all the way to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I'm also going to have a light source, a candle, or whatever they have, candle, lantern. Something
Yeah,
I could
there's
see.
plenty of candles for sure.
Otherwise, the room should be pretty black.
Oh.
So just a single light source is fine.
What layer did you draw that line on? Because I
I
can't.
don't know. Hold on, let me see if I can delete it.
I can't get rid of it.
How do you delete it? Paint, draw.
I should be able to click it and delete it, but it will not allow it.
It's gonna be there forever.
That's kind of weird.
Forever. I haven't seen that movie in forever. I'll pull it.
Forever.
Is there an eraser button?
No, you should
You
be
just
clicking. Select
you
it.
just highlight over it and then press delete.
Oh, careful, because
Oh.
otherwise you'll draw more. There, I do it that way. There you go.
It's gone.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the little black square, that's where I'm going to assume someone's going to put a hole in that wall, right?
Okay. So yes, a hole over there.
And you're
And
putting.
then
So there's glass and flour and stuff, basically from in front of the door all the way over to this wall here.
right. So in
Now, let
like
me
a
zoom
single
down
line of
because people
sight.
can't see it up there. Okay. All right.
And then ways that we can impale them. So sharp and pointy objects and things of that nature can go on this wall. And it can also go on the door.
Do we want to put spikes on the door? In essence, telling them not to come in this way.
The inside they won't be able to see, the outside they will.
Well, they're gonna have to open the door.
But by then, it'll be too late.
There you go.
If worst fails, I'm going to mage hand the door closed. It's in range. And releasing these guys shouldn't be that hard because how I'm going to set this up is have the rope on the other side of the wall over here. Go through the wall and be tied with a pin. So it's going to be looped around. All I'll have to do is just have it all drawn out. It looks like a kindergartner drew it, but it works. I promise.
She's
So
used
wait.
it on people before, you guys.
Right.
No, I took time and really
If
figured
they
this shit out.
putting the sharp things into the door, won't they see it through the other side since you have to drive it in? I guess I don't know how thick the door is.
Well, isn't it?
I
Wasn't
guess.
it an iron door?
Oh,
Really?
iron. It's
Never mind.
iron.
No. What is
Yeah.
that door in the front entrance? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
it
remember...
was iron because she was like, "Oh, I could just heat it." I remember you said that.
Yeah, but I don't want to waste a
The
spell
door
slot.
handle is iron.
Oh, the
The
door,
door handle
Yeah.
is iron. Okay, so the
I
rest is
could
wood.
waste a
Yeah.
spell slot on it, but I kind of don't
Okay.
want to.
whatever happens, we need you, Amanda, to return to us in the kitchen.
Right.
Because we want to put all the pressure on whoever enters the kitchen. Hopefully, it's not all of them, you know?
Right.
Otherwise,
Just
we're going to have to run the
remember,
opposite way.
We're going to all be trapped in the kitchen. Because eventually these guys are going to make their way here, and then you got your other party that's going to be over here. So we need an exit that we know about. Maybe here.
Everybody's got to
That's a
work
good idea.
fast.
Okay, Tolgar, you have successfully finished smashing a hole in the wall. So you now
gonna-
have a hole in the animal room big enough for you guys to squeeze through and escape.
Okay, I'm gonna put some barrels on the outside of the hole.
Okay, from the
so
outside
that
of the
we can
building.
just
Gotcha.
push them
So
over.
we should probably put a hole in this wall. And the other ones leading into the animal room. We should also probably make traps. We can do like those deadfall traps. If we have time to... No? Okay.
I don't know. I mean, if we have time,
How much time do you have?
I don't know how
I
much
don't
time
know.
passed. We've been doing this.
Close
You
your
have
eyes.
spent about 30 minutes discussing everything. The only thing you have done so far is mesh a hole and put...
Cover a goblin.
cover a goblin, put broken glass and flour on the floor, and fill a bellows full of spices. And there is a big pot of deer fat currently rendering.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And there's a hole, it needs to be done here.
Yep, so someone needs to physically do that.
Okay, where?
Well, Tolgar, that's what Tolgar does. He makes holes.
Yeah, I'm just going around making holes wherever people tell me to make holes.
Right,
The hole
so
here.
I'll just comply.
Okay.
he'll probably spend that time holing, like all of
Yeah.
these.
All of these, yeah.
All right. So you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, that's going to take Tolgar about another 25 minutes.
Oh
Okay.
boy. Alright,
So we spent 30 minutes discussing, 25
do
minutes.
my best.
But I mean, you guys
Right.
can be
Really, we're
guys can
talking
be
and working.
you guys can be doing stuff while he's doing that, obviously.
Yes.
Right.
Everybody's
but
doing all these little
right, but bear in mind he is Tolgar is preoccupied right now for the next 25 minutes. Then, if that's what he's doing.
So all of this trapping in here has been set then. We got glass, powder, all that good stuff. Holes in the wall, goblins are secure. Did we test the goblins out?
Nope, nothing's been tested.
Let's test the goblin swing.
All
so
right.
I'm
I'm gonna say that this particular trap is fairly basic and fairly easy. So whoever is choosing, who set it up.
I set it up.
Okay. Survival skill roll then.
Absolutely.
For this one, it's not that complicated. 10 or higher.
Okay. Can I cast guidance on myself?
No, because you're actually not.
Add that
Well,
skill. I am proficient in it. It's okay.
it's yeah. But in theory, you're only you would be casting guidance on yourself successfully.
I'm
Okay.
glad we got that out of
shit.
the way.
So what actually happens is
No, it's gonna break.
as you test it. Basically, yeah, the rope slips, it wasn't well bound, and the goblins crash down to the floor. They don't swing, they pretty much go...
Alright, Emlyn would hear this and he would probably help reset the trap. You know, resecure
Okay.
it.
Reset it,
Whoever's
secure it.
re-securing it, it'll take about another 10 minutes to set it up. And make a survival skill check to successfully secure the trap. 10 or higher. If you have a passive that is above that, you
I have a
succeed.
passive that is 10.
It's 16 is my passive.
Oh, well then
It's
you did for
yeah.
survival skill?
Yeah, it's proficiency.
Yeah.
I'm proficient in
Oh,
it.
I thought you just said you weren't proficient in it.
No, that's why I know how to do traps. It says survival I am proficient in.
Right. Okay.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'd be
No.
like, what's a
Whenever
trap?
I said about that, you said, "Oh, because I'm not proficient in it." At least
No,
that's
no.
what I thought you said.
No, no,
Okay.
I am.
All right. In
yes.
that case, then you wouldn't have had to roll. No, you can set this trap up.
Okay.
This trap will work. It's too simple for you not to succeed.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. Okay. Goblins are set. Stuff is on the floor. Spike and pointy stuff is put on this wall.
Okay.
Okay. That room is done. Now I have to figure out is...
Most of this room you did before you guys rested, so that's why it's
Right.
pretty easy to do.
All right. I want to see if I can move this couch at all.
Yeah,
By
Emlyn's
myself.
actually going to take that couch and help he wants to open this door so it's like sticking straight out,
Okay.
and he wants to turn the couch so it's not sticking straight out, it's sticking straight up, and put it on the other side of that door. So if they try to run to close it, there's a couch blocking it. It'll just slightly slow them down.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
and it'll also kind of block this room, although not really. I mean, it's a couch,
Right.
but
All right. So
because Emlyn plans to put darkness when Lilith is running back.
So where do you want it in the room? Actually, let me reveal this room for you fully.
The plan is against the wall, but straight like upwards. Okay,
Oh, it's
so
green.
he wants to put the door straight out and the couch here.
1 second.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's cool. Yeah. I'm just showing chat,
Yeah. Okay. So you want the door all the way open, and show me where you want this thing again.
Sticking up, like vertical. No, vertical, not horizontal. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, and against the door.
Okay.
All right.
Just so there's a little cubby thing.
Yeah, like a cattle gate. So they have to run that way.
All right.
They have to be herded that way.
Okay.
All right. So then.
Your alarm spell, Shagget, that you set outside.
Yeah, I set it out before we went to sleep. So.
Right. What is the duration on that? I think it's
only 8 hours. Is probably
so. In
gone.
fact, then it's gone. So you have no alarm system.
Hoots is up top looking around.
Okay, so you're using Hoots as your visual alarm. Okay. Hoots can see them coming in the distance. They are probably about 1.5 miles away, but they're not at any fast speed. They're just trotting in your direction.
Ooh. Okay, and she realized that information to these guys. That's what's up.
Right.
They're on their way. She's going to put some oil on the floor, just like vegetable oil. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, where's that being put?
It's going to be put... Let me find that little drawing thing. No, not the drawing thing.
No, just, all you gotta do is point, hold down the mouse button, and it'll ping it.
Right. So oil all the way here.
Stretch out, dab some perfume behind her ears. Let's do this.
Oil this way.
Okay.
Okay. Liv is going to run this way before she casts the one spell. The spike growth.
1 second.
Yeah. So as long as Liv can run without hitting the oil, she's fine.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm assuming you leave yourself a gap around it like that. You'll be okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Emlyn's gonna obviously close this door, so he gets line of sight because of his darkness.
Which door?
The blue room door. He just wants to close it.
Okay.
And this door, does it open any further out? Like, can you?
Yeah, it'll open all the way up to up. I mean, it'll work open almost up against flush against the door. I mean,
Yeah,
against
do that.
the wall.
Yeah, let's do that. And then we flip this table over and hide behind it. Really, I guess. I mean, move the deer somewhere.
That rendering up there and stand
Okay.
on my chair,
Throw it in there.
holding my rope.
Grab some bottles and throw it. Whoa, well, too late. If we have time to put oil in bottles, it'd be awesome. But
Okay.
I don't think there's time. Well, I'm a mile away trotting.
1 second. Let me go ahead. Move these out of the way. Okay, so you want to turn that on its side?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. You're just gonna
Don't you dare forget about my banana amongst all these other traps.
actually, throw some oil on the banana. Make it extra slippy. But let's move
And all
the
the
banana.
avocados on the ground.
Let's move
You know what,
the
that'll
banana.
do, because I really don't have... It'll be forever otherwise if I try to...
Why haven't you put 50 avocados on the ground, Core?
Move the banana up so they don't slip and then not miss the axes. We don't want that to happen.
Well, I don't think we had time to set up those axes.
You haven't done
No,
that
that
yet.
was a whole amount of time to do, right? I mean,
You still have that to do. If you're going to do it, yeah. That is going to be considerably more difficult than a swinging goblin trap to do, though. So that's up to you.
Let's do it.
All
We
right.
have time to do it. Let's do it.
All right, because I mean, you're talking about a fairly technical trap that has to be physically set in place, mechanically set up. and you don't even have the best. Mayor Spirit, thank you for hitting the sub button. New subscriber, hype. Give that person some love.
Thank you
Welcome
so
to the Rerollers.
much.
What do we say, Jane?
Take off your pants and stop there.
There you go. Take off your pants and stop there. New subscriber, hype. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Meyer.
Alrighty. Okay.
I'm not even going to test it out. We're just, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
All right. In that case, we're not going to roll this. We're not going to roll it until the trap's triggered.
It's only 2d6. So hopefully the axe. Just try to secure the axe.
So I'm holding 2 different ropes right now.
No, you're holding a plank which has the shit on it, right?
Huh?
You're holding a
Does you-
rope. It's
Don't
only
you
one
wanna
rope.
Fling the
and
animal fat? How are we
Yeah.
flinging?
You're gonna hold 2
that's
ropes.
one
Yeah.
rope.
Okay,
One
2
rope's
ropes.
that, and the other rope's the 2 axes. That's gonna
Yeah.
maybe murder me and swing right at me.
Yeah, but the door's gonna be in front of you, Jane. Because wait, no, the door's not
Yeah.
gonna open out.
The door.
Wait.
Opens in. Two
Okay,
total.
so
Yeah.
you're gonna totally miss axes hitting you and also oil hitting
Well,
you.
did we check that? Did you test to see if this outside
Yeah,
door
it-
opened in or out?
We did last stream on Thursday. We
I
asked.
forgot what
Was
we
it?
figured
You,
out.
you,
though.
you, Score, you said
Yeah.
that it
The
opened
door.
like this.
Yeah. Okay. I was just making sure. Yeah. This one will open inwards, and Jane will basically be covered by the door. Yes.
Right. So
Okay.
you got 2 ropes and you'll be covered. And then
Phew!
yes, you're safe. Axe
But-
blades go, they slip, 2d6 damage hopefully.
Tolgar, the door will have to be closed for you to get the wood and the animal fats that are boiling hot, right? To splash, correct? Because if the door's in your way, won't you? I'm just a little confused.
It's a rope. We put it on top of the door, and I just
Oh, you
Right.
drop it on them?
I'm
Right.
dropping it on top of them.
So if you put a brick or something inside of maybe a cauldron and a rope that would go around the brick, a circle, the cauldron would kind of tip over. I guess you'd have to, if you want to engineer it, it'd have to get more weighted on top. But it could work if it.
The
if
door
weight
would have
is
to be
enough.
open then, ahead of time, right?
Well, no, she just has to pull it. So if there's a brick inside a pot with the rope tied around it, the weight would make it go this way. It has to
And where is
Around.
the cauldron sitting?
on top, right?
On
Of the
top
door?
of. Right, but it can't fit. If the door's not open, there's nothing for it to sit on. There's no ledge up there. It's an outdoor. It's an outside door.
So we need another rod.
I mean, if you see what I'm saying,
I'm
like, look
confused.
at an average door. If you want to put a pot above it, most people do that by when they do the bucket trick. They open the door partially and sit it up on top of the door. So as you
okay.
push the door open, it
Yeah, yeah.
drops.
Okay, so
But
we'll
if we're
just
do-
open it partially, right? And then
But if we're-
someone.
Wait, I'm sorry. If we're doing that, how does the rod thing work? Because isn't that also contingent on
The door?
the door,
Nah.
or at least
That's
them
just him pulling
entering?
the rope. There's no mechanical things with the door. It's just located near it. And there's a rod. But Tolgar can just pull the rope.
Right, but
Guys, we'd be so screwed if Marlo was in this campaign right now. I just want you to know.
Right. Well, we're going to go to our first break because we're a little bit past due. I will stop the time right now while we run to break, and we'll pick this up when our heroes come back. So let's see, what was we doing? So you were going to set up the twin axe trap. So you're going to do that. Tolgar's bashing holes in all the walls. There is oil across the hallway. Doors have been positioned.
I wish we had times to drive nails into boards so we could, when we do make exits here, if they don't see us, we can either pull or have something fall on them or pull something to cover our tracks. I don't know if we have time to maneuver like a rope around the bed so we can just pull it, or if we can make a trap so it hurts them. It's all a trap.
I'm gonna ask Lilith if there's
I don't
any
know.
ways to lock these doors from the blue, green, red.
All of them locked from the inside.
So with the hole, we can lock them from the inside. That's what Emily's doing.
If you're gonna have to make another hole then in the blue and the green.
Oh, well, not fuck the blue and the green.
Well, Lilith would have a key to them.
Yeah.
There's
She
no
could
way
lock them
she
all,
would-
but I
yeah.
mean they have a. She could physically lock them all, if that's what you want to do, and they can be opened and locked independently from the inside.
Yeah, there's no way Lilith would let her girls be locked in those rooms without her being able to get in them.
Yeah, I mean they can close it for privacy, but she does have a master key. Yeah.
There is a secondary fireplace, correct, here?
Where?
Really?
Where are you looking on? There is, yes.
Okay. So I can, all right.
Yeah, there's a
nothing is-
fireplace down here that's actually part of the kind of living room bar area. And then there's the one in the kitchen. Of course, the one in the kitchen has a fire going in it.
Yes, we don't touch that one. Well, okay. So
This
the
one
pot is-
hasn't been lit for a while.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Okay, I'm just positioning myself to get ready for anyone who might come through the back door.
Okay. So the back door, I'm going to kind of
Oh,
go
yeah.
over some specifics because there's an awful lot of things that are going to go on. And I want to make sure that my understanding is the same as your visualization.
Right.
So the back door is closed fully, but not locked, correct?
Right.
Okay.
So the pot is resting on it.
So it's not closed fully then?
So it's like cracked open.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay, so so the back door is open ajar, enough to support a pot on it.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and, if I can retarget the thing now, I've moved it where I have. Stupid blood everywhere. There, I had it for a second. Okay, so it is kind of sort of... damn it, there. Like that, and there is a pot resting on top of it.
Swallows a banana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like dip it in grease again. Extra coating.
So, okay, so you're going to put the hot pot of grease on top of the door. Theory being, if they don't notice it and just open the door, it's going to fall down on top of them. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, alright. The other trap, the two axes that are going to fling in the direction of the door, require Tolgar to pull a rope?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. The goblin trap, you are going to be on the other side of the wall here,
Yes.
holding that rope, or not necessarily holding it, but ready to
It's pinned, but yeah.
to
ready
release the pin,
it.
and it will swing down upon you releasing it.
Right. It's a minor action.
Okay, yep. Alright.
Emlyn will be behind the table. I guess I'm gonna ask Liv for the flu thing because he can spray it in their face from behind the table.
Okay,
And,
so
like,
you
pop up
want you want the hand bellows.
Yeah, the hand bellows. I guess.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so she throws it to you.
Alright.
That's
So
a
you've got the
good
hand
long
bellows.
throw.
Alrighty. Okay.
Okay, in that case,
The
she'll.
NBA.
Like where? So we know
Okay.
where Emlyn is. We know. So where's Lilith gonna be?
Sorry, cat bit me. She's gonna stand to the side over here behind this table. Her intent is to actually get up and be seen.
Like as soon as they open the door, you're gonna stand up.
Well, after she sees what the hell these jokers are doing.
Okay, but your initial intent is to be obscured behind the table. Is that right?
Yes, just in
Okay.
case she has to change what she was going to do.
All right. Okay. Anything else you guys want to do?
If Liv has time to whittle a wedge, she wants to do that and give it to Hoots. We should roll initiative for Hoots when he does his. Unless you want him to go on mine. He should have a separate
He
initiative.
has his own initiative.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I whittle a wedge to go underneath the door real quick?
Yeah, you can. You got time.
Okay. All right. So I do that. The idea is if I can't mage hand this door closed, is for Hoots to put a wedge and push it. He can pick up 22 pounds and he can push against it. But I'd have to use my action by closing my eyes and focusing on him to do it.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
But that's like, if dude isn't standing out here being like, "What's up, guys? I'm just gonna watch my minions go in and do stuff."
Alrighty.
Malcontent, watch us for us.
Well, here's what I'm going to be doing. The first thing I'm going to do
The best laid plans of men.
I'm going to
often
hide
fall
area
apart.
to the area outside. Because you won't actually see what goes on out there. But of course, if Hoots is flying about and he can give you descriptions.
Okay.
That doesn't help us in the back room.
Nope. Precisely.
Unless Emlyn wants to look through Liv or whatever, or talk to her.
Alrighty. Okay. So, fun.
I could detect. Oh, that's a touch. I have to be near her. All right, never mind.
Anything else you guys want to do?
Shit.
No.
Maybe throw a little bit more oil.
Where?
There's
Here-ish.
still a path for us to go this way, right?
Yes, there's deliberately no oil all the way across.
As
The
they
black
get
is the
ready,
oil.
as they get ready, Lilith is going to say, Emlyn, I
What?
don't completely hate you, just in case we don't make it out of this.
Look, you can hate all the men you want. Just like Tolgar and myself.
Kind of here,
And then
Liv?
we'll get along just fine. How's that sound?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Don't cower in fear, Emlyn. That's all I have to say to you.
Son of a bitch. I like Lilith more than I like Tolgar now.
All right.
No, alright.
Okay, so you have home alone to the house to your desire. Is there anything else you still need to do or want to do?
Well, these doors, just close these first 3 doors.
Okay.
And lock them,
Lock
I
'em?
guess. Yeah. Emlyn will scurry through these holes and, also to test his own personal escape route.
Is there any way to put ropes around these things to pull them after we get out, so they have to either stumble or... No, not enough time to do that.
Maybe Tolgar can just, throw the bed at the holes as he
Okay.
goes through it.
Yeah, so when we're retreating, Tolgar, look for things to throw at them, I guess.
Or I could just juggernaut it and run through every wall.
do it. Oh my
Say,
god,
"I'm
that's so
Tolgar,
much
bitch."
better. Forget the holes. They never
I'm
happen.
the juggernaut, bitch!
In theory,
Not every hole.
it is possible. I'm not going to say it won't hurt, because this is not a shoddy little rams. This is a well-architectured manor, but you could possibly do it. Of course, you may eventually run out of steam and not get through a wall, but it's possible.
Was there any marbles in here at all? No, probably not. Never mind.
I'm not even going to go
Why
where...
would I have marbles?
I don't know. You don't know what people learn too fetish-wise? There's probably
I've never
things
heard
that
of
marbles
marbles.
could be used for. I don't know.
Okay. Y'all good?
I'm
ready to die.
Hey, I'm not going to say it, but just saying.
Just waiting in anticipation, Gore.
Okay, nothing else you need to do, want to do, haven't remembered to do?
I
I'd flee and let them deal with it.
Okay,
do it.
that's a good thing. It's a good plan.
Alright. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I need to send you a message, Gore.
Okay.
Give me a second. I don't know. My friends list isn't popping up.
Since we're just sitting there. Emlyn, what is your plan anyway?
Does
What
anybody
do you
else have any other plans?
Coward. No. Bellows, darkness. When
As they
Lilith-
come in, he's going to scream, "Look out! He's hiding behind the door!"
I'm gonna try to blind him with my flute thing. What the hell is that called?
Flu?
Bellows.
Bellows? Flu? Something like that?
Yeah.
I don't, us Floridians don't really have chimneys, so...
Yeah, they're bellows.
I actually saw a Mary Poppins commercial, and I was like, that thing.
Mary Poppins gives you ideas on traps. That's interesting.
It happens. My second monitor is broken, and that is where your chat box is for.
Oh, it just broke?
Yeah, it's black. It
Oh.
probably needs a port replacement, but
No idea. PJ Stonenson, thank you for the follow.
here, Shaggets is on the screen, so I'm gonna message him, and he'll message you.
Relay.
I love getting messages, even though it's not towards me. It's like all my friends, man. They would call me up and say, "Do you know this person's number?" It's like, "Fuck you, I'm here."
Talk to me.
Okay.
All right. That's and there's one more, Gore. Bam.
You'd have to rest for. I mean, you'd have to rest and do that, and you've been pretty darn active.
Okay.
So, probably no.
Okay.
Well, aren't we
I mean,
all
you can
pretty
wait
then?
if you want. You can sit and rest and see if you have time. If 2 hours happens to go by before they show up or before they come in here,
Yeah. I wanted to do that before, at the end of the 6-hour mark, where they have 2 hours to do minor things when they're preparing for spells. But it's okay.
yeah.
If
okay.
not, it's fine. We're at.
It's not going to take them 2 hours to walk a mile, I can tell you that.
No,
Not taking
it
2
would've
hours to
been-
ride. No.
It would've been before we started trapping. We
Um,
were talking about how to do
right.
something beforehand.
This is a very very contentious. Everything is very contentious in this particular scenario. If you'd have said that 2 hours ago, that would have been okay. But I can't retcon that at this point, because if I
Okay.
do, some of the other things that you have done, you wouldn't have had time to do.
Okay,
So,
that's fine.
alrighty. Are you guys okay? So you guys are going to basically wait in anticipation, and use Hoots to give you an idea of where they're coming from. Okay. Well, the first thing that Hoots sees is they circle the entire perimeter.
Okay.
Immediately go around and get the complete lay of the land
Inside the fence or outside?
outside the fence.
The fence? Okay.
They seem to be paying very close attention to the kitchen area. Like what you know to be the kitchen, which is where you guys are.
Okay.
Now, let me look at the distance. Where are we at? I'm gonna have to go to the outside one real quick. All right, we'll zoom in here. So yes, they're pretty much kind of going around the outside perimeter of the fence, kind of riding all the way around. So you guys didn't do anything with the horse and cart in the end, right?
No, we left it there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
initially what we said is that we were hiding it from view when we very first walked into the place. So
Right, it is
hopefully
hidden
will be-
under these trees, yes.
Right.
With them doing a perimeter, there is a reasonable chance in broad daylight that they may well see it. So I'm going to make a straight 50-50 dice roll on that.
I'm gonna kill it.
So on a 10 or under, they are so asphyxiated on their eyes are kind of focusing so much on the manor, they do not notice a dirty great cart with a horse stuck under the tree to the side. On a 11 or above, they will notice it. So we're going to leave this completely down to RNG. Let's see what happens. As luck would have it, they have not noticed it. So you've got away with that one for a start.
Oh.
Okay. Right. Once they have done all the way around the perimeter, now Hoots, show me where Hoots is. Like, is he just flying around in the sky above? Is he somewhere on the roof? It's very important. I need to know where he is and what his behavior is.
I would probably have him. Oh, stupid thing. Right. So I'd probably have him flying high enough so that he would not be in striking distance of anything.
Right.
As soon as he locks eyes on them, though,
Fantasy
would
grounds.
probably,
Thank you for the follow.
I would probably tell him to move back
Okay.
into a hiding position.
Is he trying to... Is he going to be above them, or is he staying a long way away from them?
A long way away from them. He does not
Okay.
want to be... his thing is not to be detected,
Right.
and if anything, he wants to be able to move over here to get close to...
Over...
Hide behind... here we go.
Okay. Okay, so
Okay.
he's staying very close to the mansion, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if he needs to hide over here, he could.
Okay. So when they are going past here, let me ping for you. When they're kind of over here, going round the gates, we're going to use the median position. So Hoots is going to be about 330 feet from them at that point. All right. Okay. Then he's probably not a realistic opportunity. He's going to hear what they say, because they're not going to be yelling and hollering and talking loudly at all. Okay. So this is what Mr. Hoots sees.
Okay.
He notices that the first thing that they do is tie their horses to the open gate. They open both the gates to the actual area, and they tie their horses to them. So basically, you've got 5 horses. Let's just say 3 on the northern gate and 2 on the southern gate. Okay, so that's where they put their horses. Then you basically, or Hoots, or so Amanda, obviously you're seeing what Hoots is seeing. You see the dwarf, the guy with the 2 rapiers, and the Viking-looking fellow begin to take what look like big bundles of cloth,
Oh shit.
and they start walking towards the house with them. They all then slowly, all of them start walking down, and they stop about here, midway. Okay, oh, stop moving, house. Okay, so they stop kind of halfway down the road. Okay. Some conversation goes over. They're closer now. I would say Hoots can hear them. He is very observant, and I know he has advantage on that. I'm going to say a 17 or higher, and he can hear the conversation.
On perception,
Yes.
12. Oh, I don't know what his modifier was.
Didn't you say he has advantage?
I think does he have advantage?
Yeah, he does. He's.
Is it with
yeah.
hearing as well?
Let me see. I have everything on Hoots' form.
Yeah.
They totally didn't see us out back by the grave.
Oh yeah, we're
Oh, I see you guys. Yeah. Poof. Here.
We buried ourselves in the grave.
Be gone.
120 passive perception on dark vision, flyby owl. No, hearing insight. Yes, keen hearing insight.
Okay. So he gets the second
Advantage
roll,
on wisdom.
and he
yes.
gets the highest roll. So yeah. Can he do better?
Come on, Hoots. Lend me your ears.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Right. So here is what you hear. You basically hear Midgard say, "Don't burn them alive, you idiots." He said, "If you do that, we can't prove that we've actually got the bodies." Which, of course, is a positive thing. He says, "But it wouldn't hurt to block the chimneys. I have a better idea."
Oh no.
So the one with the 2 rapiers puts his
Oh,
rapiers
no.
away, and he comes round to this side of the building, and he begins to scale up the side and stuff the wedging down into the flue of the chimney. He then takes a second bundle, goes around this side. Now you guys can hear, those of you in the kitchen, you can hear someone scurrying up the side of the
Okay.
wall outside. And he stuffs something in the top of that. Hooch can definitely hear this, and all of you can hear this, as he says, "This fire's lit."
Shit.
Before he does that, and when he was talking about stuffing this stuff down this chimney, Liv wants the opportunity to grab the stuff out.
How are you gonna go? You have to go up the chimney. Yeah.
Is there any sticks, like there is a rod or a stick I can use to like grab the cloth and pull it down?
It's 12
Or
foot
two
up there.
two sticks?
Didn't we have a bunch of rods?
Yeah, the
from
thing is, though, you're at the bottom of a chimney and going all the way up to the very tip top of it. You're looking about 12 foot.
Just
Do you have
put the
anything
fire
12 foot
out,
long?
eh?
The fire's not lit in this room.
Oh, it's not lit. It's lit in the
Yeah.
kitchen, though.
Yeah.
It's lit in the kitchen.
So do we know what's happening?
We heard him.
You
say
know
the
nothing
fire's
at all except when you heard someone. The only thing you three in the back know is someone suddenly started scurrying up the side of the building,
Okay.
and then you heard a voice say, "This fire's lit,"
Is there
from up on the ceiling, up on the
Okay.
roof.
Then I'll say, Lilith, fire, out. Take the fire out so they can't smoke us. Do you have water?
You then start hearing him scurrying down.
Do you not understand the words I speak, Lilith?
I'm a human being with no magical powers. I have no water.
Just use
Is there,
the.
like-
I'm gonna say to Lilith,
Smother
use
it.
the wine, smother it, douse it. You have it right by a rack, aren't you?
Wine?
Okay, I'm
Non-flammable
confused.
wine.
They fit through a chimney.
Flour.
Oh, what am I doing? Going to the wrong
Flour.
one here.
How am I
Flour.
supposed to douse it if it's above me?
Liv
The
grabs
fire?
flour.
No,
Fire
they
is
mean the
fire.
fire in the fireplace. Put the fire out so that
Get
all
the
the
fire
smoke doesn't come flowing back down.
Oh, okay. Jesus. Okay.
I'm confused.
I kind of knew what they
How
meant,
does,
but
this is what Spook is saying. How does fire work?
How does fire work?
okay.
I thought they stuffed something in and then lit it on
No,
fire.
No,
They block the top.
they're blocking the tops of the chimneys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lilith will put out the fire
All
that's
right.
in the fire
Okay.
in the hearth.
So there is a little steam and a little smoke, but not a large amount. Okay, so you douse out that particular fire.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it has to be salt, right? Dang, that's wrong. Salt would make the fire go out.
All right. Yeah, I mean you're gonna get a lot of psst and steam and stuff, but I mean it will go out. You pour enough crap on it. I mean it wasn't like you had an inferno bonfire.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
soup.
He then goes back round the front. Okay.
Did you change our map or am I just stuck?
You should be on the outside.
We're on the
Oh.
outside. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Garden
I'm on the outside.
Yeah, that's where you're supposed to be.
Okay.
You're good. Okay. So at this point, they all congregate near the statue. Okay. He says, well, I know at least the pointy ear. He goes, I know at least the pointy horned fellow is in the back far left corner. He says, the guy with the two rapiers says, seems like that would be the kitchen. The back door's slightly open. He says, Right, I'm going to make a /GM roll. 1d20.
Ooh, scary rolls.
4. That'll be plus 6. Okay. So chat will be able to see what this is. And we'll see how he rolls. Okay. He says,
What is it?
remember that time we were holed up? He said,
Oh no.
and that group of bandits were trying to rescue the leader. He said, how many days did we have to prepare? The dwarf says, 2 or 3 by my reckoning. By my reckoning, they've been here for at least 2 days, possibly more.
No.
And the back door's open. They had to know we're coming. He says, that seems remarkably suspicious, doesn't it? Well, now you mention it. He says, yes. That's almost too inviting. He kind of stands and ponders for a moment. And he says, "The front door. Go get one of the horses. We'll pull it off the hinges."
Dang it!
And goes to get the horses. Comes back with one horse. Now, so Liv,
Hoots is hearing this right now?
Yeah.
Liv
Yeah.
is. Okay.
Yeah.
Live in Hoots hears it, yeah.
Right, so basically, Hoots knows he's walking down the driveway to get one of the horses. Do you want to do anything?
Can we cast darkness into this room? Have Emlyn cast darkness? Can I run over to him and say, cast darkness into this room?
You'll have time, because it's only a short run across there, and the guy's got to go all the way back up to the entrance and come all the way back with the horse.
Okay.
They see the darkness, won't they just not enter?
If we push it back far, what's the area on darkness?
It's pretty sizable. I mean,
If they see enough of the door, the only thing that's going to have light, is it nighttime or daytime for?
It's
15-foot
broad daylight.
radius.
You said day or night?
It's broad daylight.
Oof. Any way to not have them see the goblins?
Well,
Cast.
the thing, if
Darkness
they
on the
open,
goblins?
yeah, I mean, if they open the door, unless they kind of look up at an angle, they're not going to initially see it. But I mean, obviously, if they look in and start trying to observe before they walk into the room, they probably will. Yeah.
So is it dark outside?
No, it's daylight. It's broad daylight
in the rest
outside.
of the mansion.
Yeah.
Did we darken it in the rest of the mansion?
Like I saw the windows are covered with boards.
Right.
So
we
it's
have,
darker inside for sure. You've got no open windows, no. So it's a lot darker on the inside. Yeah.
Right. And we did light 2 candles, one in the kitchen and one in this other room this room,
Yeah.
remember?
So there's
then I'm guessing-
candlelight in the room where the goblins are.
Yes.
And there's
And in the
candlelight
kitchen,
in y'all's room.
Lilith is going to back out of the kitchen slightly.
Okay, let me go back to that one.
Do you want me to cast darkness with the goblin trap in the front? Live or
Okay,
not?
there you go. Go ahead and move yourself where you want to be, Spook.
If they're not going to see them, then no. If they're out of the way. And if we cast darkness on the floor, then they probably wouldn't come in like you said. So it just leave it as set.
Okay.
And hopefully they won't notice.
What's wrong? Are they not splitting up? Why aren't they coming into the kitchen?
The door is open in the back, and they think this is the best way to go is through the front.
Well, then all these traps are for naught. What should we try to relocate them or move them or?
If you can relocate this over here, then you can do that.
That is a big ass table. There's no way we're moving it right now.
You've got as long as it takes a guy to walk down to the gate and bring a horse down. So you maybe have 5 minutes.
They have more time. Emlyn, Tolgar, and Lilith have more time to do this. Liv is going to stay here.
Okay. So you guys have
she's
got
gonna
5
set-
minutes if you want to readjust anything from the kitchen
So
standpoint.
we want to redirect their attention to the back. Is that what you're saying?
All their attention right now is going to be here.
It's going to be in the front.
Right. I have all this stuff trapped out, including
Well, that's where all
having-
the traps are, so that's actually pretty good for us.
Right. That spike growth is the next phase of the trap. So when they come through, they'll slip on this oil, spike growth,
So
and
wait,
that should keep them busy for a while.
the bucket with the rendered fat that's boiling, right? I imagine the bucket, the container itself is fucking hot too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can mage hand that.
10 pounds?
No, you can't
You
mage
got
hand it.
3
but-
mage hands, right? Trace?
Yeah, that cauldron of liquid probably weighs closer to probably 80 pounds. But I mean, you could definitely. There's a ton of cloth and stuff, and it's got handles, so you could get. Tolgar could like hold the handles with cloth and lift it. So I mean, if
you
you
wanna
want to
start
move
filling
it,
up-
that is doable.
Bottles maybe with the liquid instead and stuffing rags into them, and then have Molotovs on the side instead of doing the other way.
I don't know what Molotovs are.
We talked about it before.
This is in Left 4 Dead 2.
We're gonna treat the
God.
bounty hunters as
You're lucky if it
zombies.
was,
Headshot.
you'd all be dead because Shaggy always kills everybody with his own Molotovs
hey, there's no proof of that.
when he's not jumping off of bridges.
I don't think there's enough
Tolgar's ever-
time.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have 5 minutes. So
You have
Lilith
you
is
have
suddenly aware
you
of
have
it.
2.5
She doesn't
minutes now.
understand the plan.
So Lilith, yeah, just I guess get in after they get through the thorns. Then you can try to pull one of them away, and you guys can try to pull the other ones this way.
Yeah, I mean, if they're all coming from the same direction, that's really
Yep.
not good for us.
Yep,
Because we
these
can't.
are all locked, right?
All of those are
Closed.
locked. Yeah.
Yeah.
If a door is closed, it's locked.
okay. I think I'll wait here in this room to know after what they're gonna do later. I'm not gonna move yet. I'll
So
move
you're going to stay in
if
the corner of the back door.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna wait. Wait.
All right.
Lilith is going to step up a little bit, and she's going to start singing.
Oh, Tolgar, don't
Quietly,
forget the banana.
loudly.
Move the banana.
She's going to do it loud enough to where she wants them to hear it, but it to sound not like she's calling anybody. Just
Like jovial, like we're actually just having lunch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's singing loud enough that the people at the front door could hear, is what you're saying. This is not like a just quiet Lilith is nervously singing to herself sort of thing.
no, she's not
Okay.
singing to herself.
Okay.
She is trying to attract attention, but it's not like a joyful song. It's kind of a lamenty type song,
Okay. All right.
Aw.
like a lullaby almost.
Okay. Alrighty.
Let's-
Well, you hear movement outside of the front door. Hoots basically sees they come down with the horse. They tie ropes to the back of the saddle. 2 of them, 1 on each side. And then they come over to the door. The dwarf takes out a mallet and some huge, big kind of, ironically, similar to what Tolgar was using to hammer in the nails, like big horseshoe nails. And he hammers 2 of them into the door. They tie the rope around those.
Watching over me.
They slowly pull the ropes tight with the horse. At that point, you see Midgard raise his hand. The guy with the 2 rapiers is standing pretty much to one side of the door. The dwarf is standing to the other side of the door. The big burly fellow, the Viking, is standing on the same side of the door with the rapier. So that would be this side here. Okay. Midgard waves his hand, and the guy tries to make the horse bolt forward. Now, this is not necessarily a guaranteed plan either. So he is going to make a survival roll, and he is going to need a 15 or higher. Otherwise, those nails are going to rip straight out of the wall, out of the door, and the door is not going to budge. Which is exactly what happens. So you hear, and you hear a little bit of splintering from the outside the door, and you hear, "God damn it!" He says, "Oh, this is not some pointless hovel like last time. This place actually looks like someone built it and knew what they were doing." He said, "Fine, smash the damn door in." Okay. With that, the Viking dude with his big 2-handed axe comes over and begins to... And all of you can hear this hacking sound coming from outside the door. Okay,
I'm
you
just
start
gonna
seeing
stand over here.
splinters come through the door, in and around where the handle is, and finally the brass handle or the iron handle of the door, boom, kind of falls out, and then he kind of grabs hold of the door and yanks it open. Right, as soon as he does that, the dwarf and the guy with the 2 rapiers both dive quickly into the room.
Okay.
Okay, so these 2 dive straight in. Okay.
So what I want to do is time it perfectly. So as soon as I release it, these things are going to hit them.
Right. Well, as soon as they come through the door, they stop initially right in the doorway. You can wait, or you can do it. The goblins could hit The goblins could definitely hit them from here. It is your choice if you want to do it now or if you want to wait.
I'm gonna wait. I'm actually gonna wait for them to get up to the grease.
All right. Okay. Hoots is outside, so he can't actually see them. Unless you're going to stick your head through that hole and look, you can't really see them at this point either.
Okay, I'm going to I need to look through it. It's not obvious. I wanted to kind of
Right.
be able to have line of sight.
So you kind of move and just kind of squint through the gap. Okay. They have both stopped. They're looking at the bar, and they're looking at the furniture. With that, the guy with the rapier says, "There's a bar in here." He said, "They could be hiding on the other side of it." He said, "Shh, what's that? Did you hear?"
Now, please.
And you see him kind of raise his finger and be like, and point in the direction that the singing's coming from. Right. Okay, with that, the dwarf actually is starting to move over to this wall and along. Now, he literally... So you see the dwarf, the body of the dwarf, come right in front of your hole.
Soon as he does
wish to
that,
do anything?
gust of wind.
Okay.
So what that is...
So, I'm gonna... That's cool that you're gonna do that. At the same time, the other guy... Basically, he wants to go over to this side of the door. So he actually is going to step here, and he is where all the broken glass and stuff is. As he starts walking forward, you hear a, and he looks down. Okay, so you want to do gust of wind. Okay.
So what that is a 60-foot long and 10-foot wide blast.
Yep, they
From
have
any
a
direction of your
strength
choose.
check, I believe, to resist it.
Saving throw
go,
or be
live.
pushed 15 feet away.
Right. Okay.
Win.
So slash R, 1d20, and okay, for the dwarf, it'll be-
There is a failed on here too. Wait, hold on. Increase line 2.
the dwarf is not going anywhere.
26. Oh, God.
But did I have any of the debris push up into their eyes?
From the
Is
dwarf,
it
probably
domestic?
no, because he's right up there by the wall. The other guy, possibly. Now, he is considerably less likely to succeed.
Good.
Okay. So he is going to fail. So he will be gusted. So we're going to measure 15 feet from his point. Let's see. Start at the top of his head.
Push 15 feet away. It's a 60 feet long and 10 feet wide blast from you in a direction you choose.
Right. Well, you can only do it in one direction because it's got to go through the hole, right?
Right. But it's a strong wind for 60 feet long and 10 feet wide.
Yep. So basically, it'll come through there. The wind will blow all the way to the wall. He gets moved 15 feet. So he is gonna move from here to about there, just past the bread roll. All right. Okay, the gust of wind comes blasting through. The dwarf resists it and kind of leaps forward to the other side of the wall, over the chair. So that's there. You don't have to keep humming. We know.
Thank you.
Okay, so he gets pushed back 15. He gets pushed 15 feet to here. The dwarf, feeling the sudden gust of wind, kind of bolts forward and gets behind the edge of the wall. Okay. What is the duration on gust of wind?
Concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay. All right. So that's initially what happens. So you guys basically hear from the other end of the room, or the other end of the house. Oh, why have I need to move this down. This is annoying
Does any
me because I can't
of the
keep it.
flour or broken glass get in his eyes?
I'm fixing to roll and see. So we will say, let's see. I'm going to give him a straight a dex save for that, because it's going to be his ability to kind of turn his head and shield himself from it. And DC about 15 seems reasonable. Okay. Okay,
Ooh,
no.
he needs it.
All right.
Yeah.
Some of it starts to flutter up, and as it does so, he kind of immediately turns his head and closes his eyes to shield himself from it. Okay. So upon that happening, Emlyn, Lilith, Tolgar, do you wish to do anything at this point?
Not me.
Emlyn is kind of keeping between Tolgar and Liv. So
All right.
no, he's not going to do anything really.
Okay. Right. So at this point, the guy with the axe, the Viking-looking fellow, he steps in to the entranceway, sees the other guy getting flung down. So on their turn, it's really at this point we need initiatives, because that's pretty much all kind of surprise stuff going on. So let's get initiatives, and it's pretty much hit the fan. So let's change up the music. All right.
Oh, hi.
Tolgar 6. Ooh, Liv with a 21.
That's a natural 20.
Was it?
It is,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, nice.
Natural 20!
All right, there's your
Well
winner,
done.
first nat 20 of the night. So if you bet on her, Kid Knight, Killer Iceman, Mike the Exile, Son of Joxer, Super Mega Punch, Synergy, and the Solve Man. There you go. All right. Okay. So Liv is 21, Hoots 18. Let's see. You rolled 3 times. What was that?
What?
Dice Rush, you did 3
I think
initiative
the second initiative was a mistake.
Oh, okay.
She wrote
So
one
we
initiative.
need. Okay, so we need. I need Lilith's initiative.
Click on me. What? Oh, there it goes.
Ooh, no, you're equaling with a 21.
Right.
All right. And I am going to roll. Do like I did last time. All of them I'm rolling together. I'm going to take the mean average of their initiatives, and then I'm going to roll for Midgard separately. Oh no, roll it. Don't say it. All right.
Aw, it's
16.
almost a 1.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
And then Midgard is... Where's he at? Alright. Then we'll roll for him. Ooh!
No. Come on.
Alright.
It's
Okay.
particularly sassy today.
Alrighty. Yeah, Midgard's feeling particularly full of himself. Alright. So, the first thing that happens, as I said, so the one guy gets blown down, the dwarf moves forward, the other guy comes running in for the door. Okay, Midgard is outside. He is not visibly seeming to do anything. He is poised and waiting. Literally just kind of sitting there, not really ready for anything, just almost just observing the door to see what happens. Lilith, do you wish to do anything at this point?
I hold my action.
All right, Liv.
Okay, so this guy's back is turned to me, like turned behind the wall.
He's past the wall, yes.
Or is
So
he
you-
over here
you-
now, or is he? Is he here? He's looking this way, right?
He is
Wow.
looking towards the door. He is facing that way. 'Cause
Okay.
he walked past here, and then as soon as the wind hit him, he kind of like jumped forward to avoid most of it.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is actually plan 2, which is move this way, dash or run up to as many feet as she can, and then she's going to cast Spike Growth.
Okay, I'm assuming you're just going to jump over the oil, right? You know it's
Oh, yeah,
there, so
no,
you don't
I know
have
it's there.
to.
Yeah, I
it's
made
not
a
like
path.
you're going to be stupid enough to run through it. So yeah. Okay, so you go there and you cast what?
Spike Growth.
Alrighty.
The ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point with range twists and sprout hard spikes and thorns. The
Okay.
area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the view of the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural.
Right.
Any creature that can't see the area at this time, the spell is cast. They have to make a wisdom or perception check to see.
About
The
here?
terrain is hazardous. Yes, but it is a
20-foot radius.
20-foot radius. So,
Alright, so let's see. So it's going to pretty much cover the whole thing here.
yeah. So what I
So-
wanted to do is move far enough away. When I cast it, it would take up the 20-foot radius.
And it's probably about... Yeah, okay.
Was it? Yeah, centered 20 foot. So it'd be bigger than that. And they wouldn't be able to see it. They would slip.
Yeah. It pretty much is
Hopefully-
filling that area there
Yeah.
completely. There's no
My idea-
gap around it.
Was that they would go prone and fall into this from the oil. And not
With it
see
being...
this.
Well, they're not going to see the oil.
They're not going to see the plants either because it's
No,
camouflage.
but what I'm saying is it's like, which is going to trigger first? The plants are going to trigger first, right? Because they're above... They're like there on top of the oil.
Well, I wanted a little bit of oil so they could slip. But whatever, it don't matter.
Yeah,
Your
well,
call.
the oil is... That's what I'm saying. The oil is here, right?
Yeah, my idea was for them to slip into the thorns so they wouldn't recognize that they were thorns, and they would
Right.
Kinda give them
I get what the
disadvantage to
concept
go
is,
from.
yeah.
it's your call.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just saying because when they walk in, the oil is on the floor, but you have just basically put all of that stuff kind of on top of that. Mm-hmm. So they're going to take the effects of the trap before they slip on the oil. It's going to all kind of happen at the same time. So
Okay.
the oil's, you don't need the oil. They're going to get hit by the trap either way, is what I'm saying.
I just
Yeah.
wanted them to
Yeah.
like
No, that's cool.
disadvantage.
So, okay. So you're doing that. Is Hoots doing anything outside?
Hoots, no, Hoots isn't going to do anything on this round.
All right.
But Emlyn, I'm going to say, get ready with that darkness.
Okay. Well, this guy obviously is going to... He kind of like is going to dive forward, and he literally leaps over the couch to try to avoid getting, because of all the gust of wind or whatever. The fact that it's not there anymore, he doesn't know that. He can't anticipate that, so he's acting like it would be. So he literally like dives straight over top of the couch and like rolls into the coffee table on the other side. Okay. The dwarf from behind the wall, he says, "I think it's safe to say they know we're here." All right. At this point, this guy kind of steps further down into the room. This dude is coming in. Don't know why I'm telling you, because none of you can actually see or know that this is happening, but it is anyway. Okay, Midgard, on the other hand, he is still standing outside. Okay. What does anyone want to do?
Whose turn is it?
It would technically be Tolgar's turn if he's doing anything.
I'm not doing anything yet.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
All right. Midgard. It's annoying because I want chat to know what's happening, but I. So you just can't metagame. Okay, so Midgard sticks his head through the door. He looks and he goes, "Well," he says, "When we came in," he said, "suddenly a huge gust of wind hit us, He said, I evaded it. He said, but it almost blew him all the way against the wall. He said, and look at all those jagged spears that they stuck there. He says, they've rigged this place good.
Amlin would potentially do something at this point.
Okay.
Because they're talking, he would hear, right?
Yep.
How the hell was the goblin trap set up? Was there a pin in the wall with the rope tied to it?
There's a pin in the wall with a rope. If you can mage hand it out, cool.
Well, I'll do it. That's what I'm going to do.
You're going to do it yourself. Run over there and do it yourself.
I just wanted to know that was what it was. Because
it is. It's just wrapped around the pin like with a loop.
Yeah.
So you just have to pull it off.
Mage hand, Magus Manu, and I would totally mage hand it off.
Alrighty.
To trigger the trap, since they're talking.
Okay, so the goblin booby trap goes flying down from the ceiling in a straight line towards... move the whole darn thing here. There. Okay, so you've got this dude right here first. He is going to have to make a reflex save. Nope, that didn't sound good.
This worked. Such a good idea.
14. Okay, not enough. It hits him.
Yes. Sweet.
Same for Midgard. And it hits him as well. He was too busy paying attention to the guy that was getting hit. Okay. So both of them, the goblins hit them both, literally smack on. There was multiple goblins. They're kind of slightly aside. So they hit the first guy, kind of ricochet off of him and slam into Midgard. I'm going to say, Amanda, you can roll 2d6 damage for each of these guys.
Nice.
So
cool.
apply 2d6 to each one. So 2d6 for the first guy.
Do it.
Ooh!
Hi.
Now that's interesting.
That is good.
Okay, so you did 12 to the first guy, and then 10 to Midgard. That trap actually really did a bit of job.
Yeah.
Okay, of course, then after that...
Good job, Amanda.
So there you go. Goblins did some damage. Go Goblin Booby Trap. Okay,
Yes, inspired by Home Alone Pink Hands.
there you go. And they're both kind of knocked backwards out the door. You hear a loud... and then you hear, bloody hell, come from the dwarf.
Never expecting that.
Bloody hell.
I like this dwarf.
Right. At
Is he
this point,
related?
you hear Midgard, he says, oh, I see. He says, yes, we can expect more of this, I'm sure. Come out, everybody out.
No. Ah, you chickens.
Alright, and they're all exiting the building. Anyone wish
All
to
of
do
them?
anything upon hearing that?
Well.
Oh, it's alright.
Oh, wait.
Alrighty.
Well, I want to see if they start trying to walk around the house or not.
Right, okay. Well, you can still see as long as Amanda is
Yes,
closed,
Hoot's up
has her
there?
eyes. Yeah,
Yes.
Hoots
She's
is,
gonna focus on
he's
the
still
Hoot.
peering down off the roof.
And the oil is still above here, right? We didn't touch it?
The oil is still over the back door, yeah. And they haven't they haven't touched the back door yet.
And this is still in place over here?
What is
we
over
never got around to
here?
moving it?
Yep, that's all still there. None of that's
If they
been moved.
do that, it would be awesome. But
Okay.
who knows, right?
Righty. Okay, he says, it would appear that your first instincts might actually be better. Shut the door. Use the horse and pull the statue in front of it.
Okay.
Alright. So they're basically taking the bigger chunk of this statue and spending the next 5 minutes pulling it in front of the closed door.
Alright.
What do you guys want to do as they are doing this?
Liv communicates with them that that's what they're doing. They're putting the statue in front. I think what we should
need
do
to
is
get out of here.
probably, go through the hole over here and either circumvent around the outside. Was surprise attack.
Which hole did you think?
If they're over here in this area, like over here,
They
And
won't
we
see-
need to go the
Well,
opposite direction and then run around and then get
He's gonna
surprised
see
on them.
Emlyn and you. Where you go?
Do we don't want to fight them outside, do we? I mean, that sounds suicidal.
We can't
There's
fight them inside, and they're probably going to set fire to that place.
so
they're
why
gonna-
why don't we go out this hole over here, run to our horse, and maybe kill theirs, slow them down. Don't fight them at all.
Just
If you-
run.
Then what was the point? Why did we stop
Yeah.
at all? Why didn't we leave as soon as we were done here?
We kill their horses, we slow them down.
We were just hoping that they would split up, but they didn't. So we gotta. They're trying to trap us in here. We need to leave.
We'll live to fight another day.
They're going to be close on our heels, except for those horses
We'll
that we
have-
killed them first. So.
We'll have a horse and cart, and they won't have any horses. We killed their horses.
So that's your
We
backup
could
plan, is
probably
you want to
kill
butcher all
at
the
least
horses?
one or two before we can escape, because horses will be loud when they get hit.
All right. So what I could probably do is we're going to run out the hole that's over. I can't put my mouse over here.
You
Over
don't
here?
wish to thin their numbers even a little.
I don't think it's possible. They are all together. We couldn't get one alone.
I love how Tolgar's using the holes when... Oh, there you go.
Whoops.
Okay, so let me move up to the top, because...
I do want to thin their numbers, guys, but I don't think we can at this point.
All right. Is there any way to get on top of the roof and then fire down on them and get an advantage that way?
You can just... Well, if you go outside and climb up, yeah.
You want to try that?
If you're going to do that, make sure we are far away from the house, and then make sure you can go quickly to catch up to us.
Can you cast darkness on the ground and then we can shoot at them from above?
The ground where they are.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be able to see them when we.
If we do an AoE, okay. I
Do
can.
you honestly think we can make it out of here in broad daylight?
Well, this house is L-shaped. They won't see us
But
right
we need
now.
to go.
We need to go now before they back up.
I agree with Tolgar.
Okay.
If
So
we fireball them if we hurt them from above, they'll know that we're outside. If they think we're inside, maybe we can have more time to escape.
Okay. All right.
I do like
we
that
wanna-
idea.
Okay. Do we want to kill the horses or do we want to see if we can take them? You think they're trained?
I'm sure they're well trained.
If we can take them. Sell them for a lot of gold. But we
Okay.
need to let's go.
Okay, so what are you going to do? They're pulling they're actually just right now they're pulling they've tied the statue around the horse and they're in the process of pulling the statue over the doorway. That's what they're doing
Yeah,
right now.
so they have the horse.
They have a horse.
They have
There's
one
4
horse.
of them
Okay.
still tied over by the gate.
All right.
So let's go.
So I'll move the barrel over as quietly as possible.
Alright, so from the outside, let's move outside real quick. I'll position this and then I'll move you guys over there so you can see it as well. Alright, so you guys are looking at coming out of the building through the self-made escape route that you made here. They are in the process of moving the house, apparently. Putting the statue...
Gar, I love you, man, but we're actually in court then, right?
Huh?
You moved us to the
Oh, okay. I don't know why it did that. It jumped.
Okay.
Garden of Eden. There. Okay. Okay. So you're coming out of the top door here. So they have one horse down here by the door. The other 4 horses are tied up over here. Your horse and cart is still right where you left it. Without, of course, you in it.
So Emlyn would run on this side of the trees to the gate, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what he would do.
So he's running... Emlyn is running along here then. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. What about everybody else? What are you guys doing?
Me too.
Okay.
I guess Lilith's
following
following. She's not happy, but she's following.
All right. So the three of you are going to do that.
Okay. And-
Liv, you plan on doing anything different?
Where does Hoot see their horses at?
All 4 horses are tied. 2 of them are tied
To
to
the
this
gate.
gate. 2 of them are tied to this gate, which is for some reason not pinging. There we go. And then, of course, they have the 1 horse down by the front door.
Okay.
Satrin, thank you for hitting the follow button. And there's a few other follows that I
Ooh,
haven't yet managed to thank.
awesome.
Black Stiletto, Klingon,
Oh, nice
Mud
name.
Puppy, thank you guys as well.
Very cool.
Okay.
Okay, so we're all gonna run to the gate.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Okay. So you're all running to the gates, but you're doing it from behind the cover of the trees. Bearing in mind, they think you're still in there. They're very, aware of that. They're paying a lot of attention. So, plus that's quite a distance away. I'm not even going to roll to see if any of them happen to notice you. They're not going to. Okay, so you all flee along using the cover of the orchard to get all the way up to the fence to where their horses are. So, once you get to the edge of the trees here, so you're like, 30 feet, so you're like 40, 45 feet away from the first group of horses without having to step into the open at this point.
Okay. So, wanna animal handle those horses?
All right.
Try that first. Yes.
So you want to basically move over to the horses and try to calm them down and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I cast guidance on myself or no?
Yes, you can. You can do that ahead of time because you're going to do this ahead of time. So the main reason it wouldn't have worked on the trap was you would be casting guidance on your ability to cut the rope when you sprung the trap. Wouldn't have actually been on the construction of the trap because you'd already built the trap. That was the only reason I was saying before it wouldn't have worked. Okay. So you go up to the first 2 horses here. They're trained, but they're not military horses. They're not war horses. They're just well-trained riding horses. So give yourself an extra D4.
I can't select myself.
Oh, because you're not on here, are you? That's interesting. I've never even thought about it being
But
there.
here, 1d4.
That's okay. Okay. Yeah, you can roll a dice. All right, so add +1 to it.
There's that.
And then here, what I can do is, as soon as you're rolling here, I'm just going to stick you here just for the purpose of you clicking on yourself. Then you can use all your macros.
Nah, I could click on myself. Where did you put me?
Down here, you're kind of big and huge, and here,
Okay.
I'll put you on the roof. There,
I see.
You see where you are.
I got
Okay.
it. Right.
I found a reason this sheet doesn't almost work. If your icon's not in here, certain things cannot be done. Okay.
Okay. Animals. There we go.
Alrighty.
Oh, no.
A 10. Okay.
Oh, that's not bad.
These two, they're making a little bit of noise. Ben Vilhaven, thank you for the donation, my friend, and we will thank you properly here in just a moment. So let's see.
So it's an 11 then?
So that would be an 11. Okay. They're a little spirited, but you have gotten all the way up to them. They are, it's more of a sort of thing. They don't appear to have paid any attention to any of this down by the gate, or down by the front door. So these two are, in effect, stealable at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
So I hand them off to Togar, and I want to go over to the other side over here to get the other 2.
Alrighty. One of them is the same as these. The other is Marcus's horse. It looks considerably more sturdy. And it seems to be like rearing its head back and forwards, and its eyes are kind of wide as you even start approaching it.
Slit its throat.
You're going to see Emlyn just go,
Yeah. I'm gonna hand the horses to Emlyn, and then I'm gonna say we have to be ready to run quickly, though.
Liv looks at the ground, pulls out a dagger. and slits its throat. I'm sorry. I have to do this.
Okay. It does have stats. It does count. It is an
Yeah.
animal.
Oh,
It will fight you.
In that case, I want to do animal handling first.
Right, okay. So yeah, you won't just be able to walk up to this thing and slit its throat. It's not a dumb animal. It will retaliate.
Oh, okay.
You have the stats for a warhorse, Liv. You know what they can do.
I recognize it as a warhorse.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like,
saying.
hey,
It's
you're a
considerably more.
warhorse.
It's a light warhorse.
Oh.
It's considerably
Oh,
more
never mind.
high-spirited, which means you know it is going to be a lot harder to get to basically
Looks over at
tame.
Tolgar and says, "You're probably gonna have to use your axe on this one." But let's see if I can handle it.
All right, let's see.
No.
No, unfortunately not. As soon as you do it, it rears up, brings its horse's hooves up, and starts to make a hell of a noise.
I'm jumping
Lilith
on my
steps
horse.
forward and she's gonna snap the whip at it.
Okay.
Emlyn would probably V Spiritu Eldritch Blast it the second it made noise. So we're
She's
Poor
gonna in the
horsey.
spotlight it. She's gonna attempt to taunt it.
yeah. Oh jeez. Well, that's what Emlyn would do. I mean, I guess
All right.
based on initiatives or whatever.
Sure. Well, yeah. I mean, this is not. It's not like y'all are going to sit here and have a discussion about it. So everybody do what you want to do. So, in the order that you would be at, Lilith would go first.
Oh, sorry.
No, we'll apply that in a second.
Okay.
So Lilith, you're going to do. What are you doing with
In
it?
the spotlight, she's snapping her whip at the horse. It's gotta make a charisma saving throw versus my ability save DC.
I'm not even going to waste the time to look it up. I'm going to say it's 4. It fails.
Very cool.
Okay, so the effects of that are.
Do I need to do that? That doesn't make any sense. Frightening taunt. She's gonna sternly look at this horse and show it the whip and basically will it to
Will it?
calm the fuck down.
Scare it to death.
It's
Scare it to
not
death.
going to calm down. What are you using? What ability?
Frightening taunt.
Hang on, where is that? Frightening taunt. Okay. Creature is frightened of you and your whip. The effect ends at the end of the next turn, but the duration is refreshed after. Okay. So basically, yeah, it is not going to come anywhere near you because it is scared of you. It's trying to run, but it's bucking and jumping all over the place because it is tied to the gate.
Cool.
We're gonna draw attention.
Oh, you already have. As soon as that
that's-
started happening, you can hear all the way down loud enough because you can hear it. They're over there! They're stealing the horses! Quick! After them! What do you want to do?
Well,
You have two
I would-
horses. You have a horse and cart. There is a normal horse
still
there and Midgard's
initiative?
horse there.
Order?
Yeah, are we still
yep.
in initiative?
So so after that, what is Liv gonna do?
Liv wants to cast spike growth in that area is far enough away that she and everybody else doesn't get hit, but again, before they can see it.
I mean, it's 20-foot radius. It's not. I mean, if you put it in the middle, the only thing you can really do is put it in the middle of the road here. Even if they see you cast, they won't see it appear on the ground and disappear. So they won't know what you did.
Right.
Not unless any of them happens to have spellcraft ability and stuff
Right.
like that. But so you're probably safe to pull that off.
Okay.
Okay.
Why is Liv gigantic on the roof?
Because
Because
I
I
had to
couldn't
put her
target
on here
myself.
because she couldn't target herself to
okay.
do some macros. So
Oh, cool.
that's
cool.
the reason why. I had to
She's
stick her on the
King
map
Kong.
just so she
Giant
could
little
physically
Kong
target
shape.
herself.
A human ape shape.
Right.
King Kong style.
Okay,
I would.
they
Eldritch
are
Blast.
now, on their turn, they are running in that direction. They basically cut the rope from the horse. Midgard jumps on that horse. That's what he's doing, and the others are running down the road.
Okay.
So, Tolgar, you are, let's see, where is, why don't I have you on here for the initiative?
At the bottom of the initiative.
Eldritch.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, and now it is Emlyn. So
Well, he
what does
would-
Emlyn want to do? He's before Tolgar.
Yeah, he'd Eldritch Blast the Midgard horse. You know, just
Okay, so
kill
you're
it.
actually gonna. Alrighty,
Oh.
doing.
Fail at killing it.
Yeah, 10's not enough to hit a warhorse.
So I dealt 6, 14 is.
So
I do it twice, but...
all right, and the first one, yes, you hit it with that one. So you've done 6 points of damage to Midgard's horse. Okay. It
and then
just bucks and rears even more, but it's still very much alive. Tolgar.
It wants to run for its life.
Looks
It
like it
can't
is
run
trying
away.
to, but it can't run
it
because
has
it's
to
tied to the gate.
It has to stay within my line of sight too.
Okay, and I think I'm already on my horse. So with my axe, I think I'll just cut the rope free so it can just run away.
It can't.
It won't. It can't like run. It's basically it
Can't
is scared.
run?
It's like it's no. Here's the deal. It is under the effects of frightening taunt, right?
Yeah.
So it is scared of Lilith and her whip, so it can't come towards her. And
It
being
can't
that it's
leave my
scared,
line of sight.
it's terrified because it's tied up. Think about an animal that's frightened and then it realizes it can't go anywhere, so it's freaking out because it's tied to the fence.
Oh.
So it is trying to escape being tied because of the effects of what it is that Lilith has done to it. It's kind of mesmerized at the same time. It's like odd.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
it
because in
can't-
the spotlight, it actually, Jane, it says any targets that fail their save cannot use their action to hide, stealth, or turn invisible as
Interesting.
long as the effect wins.
Yeah.
And
So
they have
Okay.
all they can to stay in my line of sight.
yeah. But it
Alright.
won't. It can't actively make any action against her because it is scared of her.
Okay, then I think I am going to attack it. I'm going to use reckless attack to get advantage on my first attack.
All right. So you charge in there, screaming bloody murder towards the poor horse.
Mm-hmm.
Let it have it.
Woo! Yes.
Yeah, you hit 14
Yeah.
points of damage, and already takes that's a total of 20. How many
It's dead.
hit points does a warhorse have?
So just look at my sheet. I have it up.
It's dead.
Let's see. Hang on. Warhorse here. Dun, 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 dun.
And if I wasn't on my horse, I'd use my
Yep,
move action
max is 19.
to
It is
drop.
dead.
Get on my horse.
Okay, so you have killed Midgard's horse.
Okay.
Right, they now only
yell at
have.
everyone.
So now they
to
only
get
have
on a horse
2
now.
horses. Okay,
Did
and
he have anything like saddled onto his horse, like bags wise?
oh yeah,
Cool.
How heavy is it?
Do we have...
that's up to you.
Running towards
Ma-
us.
They're
On a
running.
horse.
Midgard is galloping on a riding horse down the road towards you at a full rate. He is going to be here very, very quickly. So it is entirely up to you what you do.
It's not
Well, there's-
something I can just grab a hold of and
You
run full
literally
as I
could
run.
just snatch one of the saddlebags and run, but what's in it, obviously, you'll have to figure out later.
They
That's
do
what
have
I'm
to
doing.
move
Yep.
through the
Okay.
spike growth.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm
there's
grabbing
those-
one of the bags, the one that's closest to me, as the horse is on
Okay.
the ground, and I'm up on the cart.
Okay, so you're running for the cart.
There's
Okay.
2 horses that are available for you to jump onto. Spook.
Yeah, I have 2 of the riding horses.
And there's
That
one
is-
other riding horse that's still alive that's here if someone jumps
Yeah,
on it and
I'm
unhooks
on
it.
one. Whichever
While
one.
I'm
So
sure Lilith can ride a horse, she's not. I'm not real sure how.
Everybody can ride a horse. The question comes down to whether you can leap over fences and all that sort of stuff. In this day and age, it's ridiculous to think that you don't know how to physically ride a horse. So all of you can ride a horse. At least
also
to
need
gallop
to-
away, yes.
Detach the cart and the horse, and
Okay, so are we leaving the cart?
Does cart
Go
have supplies
faster?
on it or no?
Okay,
If we don't have
Midgard
any
is
supplies, no.
at the end of the flowers,
All right,
we could
I'm
pull
spike
back
galloping
growth,
this.
right?
without the cart.
and he is about to run straight through the spike growth, yes.
I
Thank
start
God for
galloping
that.
this way.
Okay. The reason I'm telling you
Alright.
that is as you are discussing it, he is still riding.
Yeah.
Just bear that in
Guys,
mind.
this way now.
Okay.
Nobody answered the question. Did you sever the cart and we're just taking the horses to go faster?
I think so. Yes.
Okay, well then Lilith gets on a horse instead of the cart because she's not just going to chill on the cart while everybody's running at her.
Bye.
yeah,
Okay, hold
Hamlet's
on.
getting on a
Let me
cart.
worry about. Let's do the spike growth first.
Okay, so
man.
this.
1 second.
2d4, here we go.
Yep. All right. 6 points of damage.
Shabby.
Obviously, that's to the horse. He is going to have to make a riding skill check. Or a... Well, not riding skill, because we didn't want to know, but... Okay. So, Midgard. Let me see here. He has...
This is for every 5 feet they move through it.
Right, well, he's going to go straight through the whole thing. He's not going to stop. He doesn't have the momentum to stop. He's at a full gallop. There's no way he's pulling that horse instantly to the stop. So go ahead and roll another... See, that's 6 damage to the horse. Go ahead and roll it 3 more times, or just do another 6d4, either way. Another 5, that's 11. Alright, so here's what happens. The horse plows into it and tries to go straight through it. Let's see, it should be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No. 2d4 per 5, so it should be a total. The first 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we just knocked the 5 off the end. Okay. Alright. Either way, the horse goes charging into it. It is torn to shreds as it tries to plow through. Literally a full-speed galloping horse. It's not coming to an abrupt halt inside of 20 feet. It just can't. So it blasts all the way through. Midgard is thrown from the horse.
Yay!
Nice.
He has to make a roll here.
Take some damage, you jackass.
It's almost likely that he is going to. That will be an athletics check.
No horses were killed in the making of this episode.
He is going to have to roll. To not take any damage, he's going to need a 20 or higher. Otherwise,
Could he land in the thorns? That would be awesome.
Well, he's going to... With the horse plowing through it, he's going to be thrown off the horse. He's going to go over
okay.
it.
Yeah, it is.
But he's going to, in theory, the ground is going to hurt him. Jekyll, thank you, or Jackal, sorry. Thank you for hitting the sub button, my friend. Give that guy some love. All right, Midgard, do your 24. Okay.
Wow!
He does fly over the top, and basically tucks and rolls as he hits the ground. He's still taking
Gymnast.
1d4. He is very dexterous. He takes 2 points of damage.
Snap his leg in half like that one gymnast.
Right, yeah. But he is like laying on the ground. He kind of pushes himself up, spits out the dirt from his mouth, and kind of just glares at you as you're doing whatever it is you're doing. So, as this happens, Midgard is right here.
Glares at who, me?
So, all of you, just in your direction. He's about 80 feet from you guys.
What is Midgard wearing again?
Right now, he is wearing like a suit of well-fitted studded leather. The first time you saw him, he was wearing plate mail. The second time you saw him, I think he was wearing this leather.
Okay. Is the studs made out of metal at all, or are these studs made out of like a thickened leather?
It would be probably metal.
Okay.
Okay, so meanwhile, Tolgar, you're on the horse and you're riding, right?
Yes.
Lilith, did you say you're grabbing the horse that was attached to the car and zooming off on that?
Yeah, she's on a horse too.
Okay. Emlyn.
He's getting on one of the last rider horses.
A donkey.
I'm on an ass. No.
No, the other riding horse.
Well,
So,
yes.
so basically there is... So you took the car, so there's one more riding horse available still.
Right.
And then the dead horse. Well, there are no horses. They're all dead. Okay.
And so,
So you guys start riding. Liv, so they're bolting. You're there. You can either get on the horse and go with them, do whatever else you want to do. He is getting up. The others are still way down the road.
okay. So, let's see. What is my range on this? I just choose a manufactured metal object. I'm going to use heat metal.
Okay.
And I am going to cast it at a level 3, and that's going to cause 2d8 or 3d8 fire
Alrighty.
damage.
Okay. go ahead and do it. Is there a resist or a save against that? I haven't got it up.
Let me see. Where is it on my chart? I got my spell cards because it's easier to look on them than it is to look
And
on
which
the
spell?
sheet.
What spell are you doing? Because I've got it
Heat
up
metal.
here. Heat metal. Okay.
So ignore the 20 that's probably going to roll because it doesn't count.
Right. Yeah.
But the info block should pop up.
So
And I'm
he has to do a
gonna-
DC
yeah.
14. Is that right?
So it's 2d8s, but I'm going to do it at 3rd level, so it's an extra d8.
So it'll be 3d8.
Did they pop up?
Yeah, it rolled. The damage is, let's see, 2 plus 8 done 2. So you need to roll. And now we need to look at your macros because they're very
Yeah.
confusing the way that they
Yeah, they
yours
are.
come
We
up.
need to
they're
fix
not
it.
programmed right.
One more d8?
So, well, it rolled a stupid amount of d8s, but it's only showing 2 of them. Because it rolls the extra in case you crit, you see, because you've got it as an actual attack roll in there.
Okay.
So
but it's usually
so-
a 2nd level spell, but I'm doing it as a 3rd.
Right.
So,
So
it
yeah,
didn't
you've done
roll this.
10 plus, so you've done a total of 13.
Okay,
Okay.
and that would be my next one. Yeah, okay.
Okay, the creature
So-
makes a Constitution saving throw or drops the object if it can. So it can't drop it because it's wearing it.
Yep.
Doesn't drop the object. It has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn. At higher levels, when you cast the spell using spell slot 3rd level, you get the extra d8. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
And I'm going to jump on the horse.
All right. So so basically, oh, we don't need you here. So your action is to cast that spell, right? And then as your move, you're jumping on the horse.
Well, I'll move and jump on the horse, then cast it.
Okay,
Because
so you're
of
doing it
the
in that order.
concentration.
Get on the horse and then do it. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Okay, he yells in pain, taking the damage, grits his teeth, and just kind of stares at you really hard with his eyes, and you get that weird kind of feeling go over you again.
Okay. Are we going
But that's
back
all.
to initiative? Are we going back to initiative, or
It depends on what you guys are doing.
I look
he's-
back at him and dispel magic?
Well, basically that's, glancing at his reaction, he has the initiative. So if you're not bolting, he is going to do something.
Okay.
So
I'm
Yuri,
bolting.
I need to know from you, are you galloping off or are you staying there?
How far is he? Is he over here?
He is right here. He is 80 feet from you.
I'm gonna ride off.
Okay, you're going to bolt. Okay. Alrighty. In that case, you do so. Leaving them behind with nothing but a cart and no horse to pull it. So they are going to be on foot. Unless, of course, they have pocket horses or anything bizarre, but in theory, there are no horses. So you guys gallop away, leaving them horseless back at the manor. The cart's
God,
there.
that was a lot of work just to get rid of their horses.
Hey.
Hey
It'll
man,
slow them
baby
down.
steps.
Well, your overall goal was to slow them down, and maybe if you had an opportunity to take out 1 or 2 of them. You know what? Robbing them of their horses isn't a terrible thing. It takes a good while to walk 20 miles to Corthan if that's where they're going to go. And that's the closest place, so they're going to have to walk 20 miles to get to anywhere to acquire horses. Wherever you go.
It's like almost no stuff.
Alrighty. Alright, so once you've kind of gone back, and, or you've all kind of grouped back up together, and you're riding away from the area, where do you want to go?
Where do we go?
The city of Corthan is
Corthan?
20 miles to your west.
I do not need to be seen in Corthan.
I don't think any of you need to be seen in Corthan.
So where would you like to go instead?
My goal is to get to Corthan to kill someone.
Alright, we still have to go to Corthan.
Is there anywhere else
See
that's
what I've
nearby?
got.
There is
Let's see
Hi.
what I've got.
Than's Gardens, which is where I'm from, and it's close to where we are now. But
It's,
I am not ready to return there yet.
your garden is about 30 miles west of Corthan, so 50 miles from here.
Question, Gore.
Uh-huh.
So, Lilith has the Master of Faces
Mm-hmm.
and can whip up a mean disguise.
Right.
Would she be able to use her skills to disguise someone else, or does that only apply to disguising herself?
I'll tell you in just a second. Let's see here. Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Where is it? Hang on. Is it an ability or a spell?
Well, she has like massive amounts of deception.
Right.
The
But what specifically are you
Master of
talking about
Faces.
using to do it? Master of Faces. Right. That's what I'm saying. Is that a ability or is that a spell that you're looking at?
No, that's one of her abilities. It just has deception. That just makes her have double proficiency in deception. But that doesn't
No,
really...
okay. Then basically, yes, you can use a disguise skill to try to disguise somebody else. Absolutely, because if you're talking about the skill, yes, it's not like a special ability that only applies to you. So yeah. So you could definitely use that ability to try to disguise somebody else.
So that's what she would offer. That I could always disguise you, Olivia. You don't have to be seen in Gorthan if you don't want to be.
That would be perfect. And it's exactly what I need, not to be seen. Thank you, Lilith.
I need to go to Corthan immediately.
Do you know where you need to go in
I
Corthan?
don't think any of you needs to be seen in Corthan, considering that you're all wanted for life imprisonment and now considerably worse.
Can you disguise me, Lilith?
It make you look like a little girl.
As what
Oh,
a
that would be
mountain.
hilarious. A little girl with pigtails, all tiny and cute and petite. It would be so
Just-
funny.
Not
Hello.
barbarian.
My
Maybe add
name's
some hair
Daisy.
to my head.
All right. Okay. Well, so you gallop in the direction of Corthan, then. I'm gathering.
I guess so.
Alrighty,
That's where we're
well,
going.
Corthan, you will, unless you detour, you will arrive at the outskirts of Corthan late afternoon.
Wow. Okay.
And that brings us conveniently to the end of the show, leaving the Garden of
Nice.
Eden behind you.
But it's not on fire.
Yet, no.
Guard's
might
like,
set
"I
it
hate
on
this
fire
place."
just to spite,
He
yeah.
might. Hey, all you gotta do is just keep looking behind you, and if you suddenly see a huge, big, towering pile of smoke, you'll know, won't you? So there you good. Alrighty. So yes. Got any questions? Now is the time to ask. We have a kind donation to thank. Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on Howreroll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter @Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons and Dragons related. And of course, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also, guys, don't forget to keep up with all things Howreroll. Follow us on Twitter @Howreroll. Check out the website www.howreroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys.
I'm the Dragon Spooker, and I play Femme Fatale Lilith Edenwood the Dancer. You can follow me on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/thedragonspooker or on Twitter @dragonspooker. You guys rock my face off, and I can't wait to see you next stream.
Look, I get it. I'm not as cool as Emlyn, the tiefling warlock I play for Howreroll. The dude has 20 charisma. And, well, you guys have seen how I roll. If you suffer from character is cooler than you-itis, maybe we can help each other. Follow me on Twitter at ineb_convos. Maybe make a moderate difference. Let's do this, guys.
Hello and well met. My name is Liv on Howreroll. And when I'm not Liv on Howreroll, I'm Amanda or DM Dicerous on Twitter. I have an up-and-coming new podcast called Dead Dice Society you'll be sure not to want to miss. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching another episode of Wrath of the Fallen. I'm Jane, and you can follow me on Twitter, the only place where it counts, at Jane on Twitch. That's with a 0, not an O. Peace, suckers. So bad.